What's up guys, welcome back to another Honkai Star Build video, and in today's video I'm going to tell you guys what you should max on your character first. As you guys know, trailblazing power is pretty much just this universal energy that you're going to have to always use if you want your character to get any type of stronger. Unless you're summoning for dupes, they're the only exception on making your character stronger without using your trailblazing power. So obviously you guys want to use it effectively, and I'm going to tell you how. But of course, don't forget to like and subscribe as always, and let's get into the video. So first things first, the most important thing by default, because it links into what I think is the best, is Ascension. Without Ascension, you can't get some of your traces, such as this one for Sampo. Enemies with Wind Shear deal 15% less damage, requires Ascension 6. Now I don't have that unlocked right now, but if I did, I wouldn't be able to get it because Sampo isn't Ascended 6, right? So that is the most important thing, or you're not going to be able to get your traces up. Plus, you know, free stats, it's normally pretty simple to ascend your character. Now, with that done, obviously, we're getting into the second/first most important one, which is traces. The reason I say traces are the most important is because they're not RNG reliant like relics. I'm going to be going back to the RNG reliant a lot. But when you get the materials for a trace, you just level it up. You have it, right? Once I get this material, Sampo will always have his Wind Shear caused by talent by one more turn. Very important. It's not going to be me going, okay, I have to farm this boss 10 times to get the drop, or, you know, until the relic rolls into something good. It's just, boom, I have it. I think that is the most important. Farming the stuff that is guaranteed to make your character stronger is more important. That is why, spoiler, relics are in the last spot for me. So, why do I have traces over light cones? Because while light cones are good, once you have the light cone, you're getting the passive regardless. The rest of it is just stats. Traces are going to be really strong, especially on someone like G-Bird, as he has a higher chance to be targeted by enemies. This one, it gives him his ult when he is revived. This one, his attack increases by 35% of his current defense. This one is very strong. There's just so many good abilities for him that I'd rather have, you know, the 35% attack from defense, the ult when you revive, over a little bit of stats. Personally, you know, if you're like a stat demon and you just love stats, it'll be a little different for you, but I do think that traces are very important. Plus, some of these ones are really good, like 4% to attack, you know, effect resistance. This one's 8% attack. There's a lot of attack ones here. There's 6, 4, and 6. I have this. Oh, and then there's 4. So what? This is 10. This is 20, 28% attack just through talents. Yeah, that's like a whole artifact piece right there. Artifact. Genshin. Anyway, that's a whole relic right there, basically, if you roll it into attack. But regardless of that, it's pretty simple. You just get the materials, boom, you're done. Traces, easily the best. Next, I'd say, is the light cone, as it is another guaranteed upgrade, and it also doesn't take too much to get it. As you can see, it only takes 6 of this for me. Not too crazy. Level it up, get some stats, call it good. Pretty much it's just like Ascension. However, it is lower on the list because you don't really need to level up your light cone to get anything. It doesn't, you know, make the passive better. The passive percentages in yellow will increase when you get more dupes of it, but they will not level up through ascending the light cone. So that is why it is 3rd on the list. Then, of course, by the way, if there's ever a light cone, I don't think there ever will be, but if there's ever a light cone that when you ascend it, the stats go up for the passive, obviously that's going to be a little bit different. Obviously, if the stats are like 20% higher for some reason when you ascend it, I probably would be like, okay, maybe you go for the light cone first. But since that'll probably never ever happen, light cone is 3rd. Then, last but not least, is the relics. The reason the relics are last is because they are RNG dependent. You could spend a week and, let's say, Sampo completely maxed traces, max light cone, max, he's max level. You could spend a week maxing Sampo's relics. Sampo is still level 20, no traces, light cone's still like level 1, and he only has 2 good relics. It takes a while to get good relics. Plus, Sampo would get a lot stronger having traces and light cones than having a few good relics. Obviously, if you have the perfect relic build, it'll probably do a bit more damage than having the other things leveled up, but it's just so RNG reliant. You're going to want to rather have Sampo be stronger already for relics than, you know, grinding the relics over and over and over. And that's why I think relics are last. Plus, it's going to take you a bit longer to grind the 2-piece one. As you see, those are both level 0 for me because I still need to get better rolls. I think this one's a blue, like, yeah, this one's a 2-star. Because there's some simulated universe and it takes you a minute to run through it and get a couple runs. Obviously, if you reset, you can do it rather quickly, but considered to the 4-piece relics where you just beat one wave compared to running around in the simulated universe, a little bit hard to get the 2-piece set. Not impossible, but, you know, it does take a bit more time. So I'd recommend farming the 4-piece first, as the 4 pieces do have pretty good effects as well. I think I have it on, yeah, on this one, 4-piece, increase the max damage can be absorbed through a shield by 20%. Very, very, very nice compared to the 2-piece. I'm not saying the 2 pieces are always worse, but the 4-piece set is, you know, pretty solid for most characters. On some point, I'm running the attack 2-piece and the wind 2-piece just so he does the most damage, as he was pretty much my damage dealer for like the whole game up until the very end when I got Sushang. But regardless of that, relics are last 2 RNG dependent. Let me know in the comments what you have been grinding, of course, if you've been going after relics, light cones, traces. In my opinion, this is the best. Let me do a quick recap for you guys. Ascension, most important, then traces, then light cone, then relics. Now, I'm going to mention this just because if it ever becomes a thing, dupes are obviously summonable or exchangeable, whatever it may be, right? If there is ever some weird reason that there's like an event that uses trailblazing power, or like some universe, Forgotten Hall, or new event, whatever that has a character that goes off of dupes, depending on the dupes, I'll make a video on it. If the dupes are crazy good, I'd say just nah, you get the dupes first, because dupes, like for Sampo, 1 extra hit on his skill, defeating enemy with wind shear has 100% base chance to inflict wind shear to enemies. Skill up, when skill hits an enemy with 5 more stacks of wind shear, they take damage immediately 8%. More stats up, or not stats, sorry, talent ultimate, and then wind shear multiplier by 15. Very, very, very strong. Debatable, obviously, if Sampo's traces or his dupes are better, but if the character is undeniably like, they get like, oh, every time they ult, they revive a dead ally or something crazy, obviously, I'm going to go for the dupes, but I doubt there will ever be a character that needs trailblazing power. If there is, I'll make a video on it, but since you don't need trailblazing power for dupes, they're kind of just out of the equation on what to max first, obviously. They're kind of out of control. But other than that, that is pretty much gonna be the video. Let me know how you guys have been maxing your characters, if you think it's a good grind, if you don't like it, if you do like it, you think it's too easy, whatever it may be, let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe as always for more Honkai Star Up content, and I will catch y'all in the next video. Thanks for watching.